Unit 10. A message from another planet. Reading I. Find the words from the story that are either opposite or similar to the words below. A. Dawn, opposite. Ands. Twilight. B. Shining, similar. Ands. Bright. C. Took off, opposite. Ands. Landed on. D. Modern, similar. Ands. Advanced. E. Descended, opposite. Ands. Ascended. F. Great, similar. Ands. Important. B. Match the words with their meanings. Answer. A. Saucer. B. A small shallow round dish that a cup stands on. B. Spaceship. IV. A vehicle that travels in space, carrying people. C. Vessel. I. A ship or large boat. D. Flashing. E. Short bursts of bright light. E. Couch. E. A long comfortable seat. F. Broadcast. V.to send out a program on television or radio. G. Appliance. Versus a machine that is designed to do a particular thing in the home. C. Put the following events in the correct order. Answer. E. Surin had been fishing when he saw a bright object over the Sunkoshi River. G. When Surin went closer to the vessel, he was pulled into it. C. A voice welcomed him, and asked him to sit on the couch. F. They wanted to send a message to the leader of Nepal and the world. A. They gave Surin a tiny computer. B. The spaceship landed back on the bank of the Sunkoshi River. D. Surin wondered whether he had been dreaming. D. Answer the following questions. A. What did Surin think about the bright object at first? Answer. Surin thought about the bright object at first it might be a helicopter. B. Where had Surin seen a spaceship before? Answer. Surin had seen a spaceship before in the film that was about the spaceship. C. How did Surin feel when he was drawn inside the vessel? Answer. When the Surin was drawn inside the vessel, he was frightened and almost was ready to jump. D. How had they known about Surin? Answer. They had known about Surin by using a long-distance listening device. E. How do they manage resources on their planet? Answer. They manage resources on their planet by doing a recycling system. F. Why did Surin express his inability to deliver a message at first? Answer. Surin expressed his inability to deliver a message at first because he thought that people would not be ready to believe him. G. What message did they want to pass on? Answer. The message that they wanted to pass on was to utilize resources properly by following the recycling system. H. Why did they give Surin a tiny computer? Answer. They gave Surin a tiny computer so that people would believe that what he was speaking was true about the message from another planet. I. Do you think people will believe Surin's story? Give your reasons. Answer. I think people will believe in Surin's story because the tiny advanced computer will help Surin to prove to the people about the important message. E. If you met someone from another planet, what advice would you ask for about the Earth or Nepal? Answer. First of all, I would ask the alien the reason for his visit and what he wanted to do here. Aliens coming to Earth would be super news for the whole world. Also, I would learn their language so we could communicate easily. Maybe we could visit their planet and arrange cultural exchange programs. Wouldn't that be fun? Last but not least, I would love to ask them about their eating habits, and ask them to bring some of their food for us to try. A food exchange program could strengthen the relationship between humans and aliens. When I was younger, I was very curious about space. If I ever met an alien, I would take photos with them. This means I would have evidence that I came face to face with a creature from another planet. Then, I would ask those questions because I really want to know the differences between humans and aliens. I would ask the alien how many family members he has. I want to make friends with aliens and know more about them. I would also share some food with them. I would ask the alien, can you take me to your planet? I wish I could leave Earth, which is so crowded and polluted. I hope the alien I meet has the power to take me back to their homeland. Maybe I could learn some new things during my trip there. Grammar L. A fill in the blanks with prepositions in, at or on. Answer. A. We will meet at the corner of the street on Sunday at 5 p.m. B. Furba is studying English literature at Ratna Raja campus. C. The horses are grazing in the field. D. Rima and Nakul got married at Bhadrakali temple 10 years ago. E. What time did you arrive at the hotel? F. Rachita lives in England these days. G. The cat is somewhere in the house. H. There is a picture of house on Sheetal's t-shirt. I. The instruction is at the top of the page. J. The dog is sleeping on the carpet. B. Choose one of the words, phrases from the box and complete the sentences below using in, at or on. Example. My train arrives at 4:30. Can you meet me at the station? Ands. A. I love Saturdays the most. I can stay in bed until 8. B. My favorite movie Pashupati Prasad is playing at Shanti Cinema Hall. C. Many people are in prison for the crime they committed. D. I like the village, especially the fresh air. I think I should work in a firm in my village. E. Did you make many friends when you were in school? F. Aryashila had an accident last month. She is still in the hospital. G. It was not a long flight. We were in the air for only 25 minutes. H. When our flight was delayed, we had to wait at the airport for about 2 hours. Writing I. Imagine you have recently met someone from another planet and spent about an hour with him or her. Write an account describing your feelings and reactions. Ands. It was Sunday and I was feeling so bored sitting at home. So, I went to collect radish and some other vegetables on the field at the back of my house. It was evening around 5:00 p.m. and suddenly I saw a stranger standing in front of me. The stranger was so different. I have never seen such a type of person. I was too sure that the person was not from this planet. He came closer to me and I feel afraid and nervous. The stranger said that he was left alone here and his spaceship had gone. He is trying to search for a way to go back home. I felt so pity for him. Then, I asked, how can you go back to your home, my friend? Can I help you in one way or another? The stranger replied, yes, you can help me by charging my advanced small computer, it has shut down. When it will be charged, I can send them the information about my current location. I took his tiny but advanced computer and helped him by charging it secretly. I returned it back to him. And after this, he was able to contact his parents. Soon his parents arrived on a spaceship and during the time of departure, he smiled and said, thank you, my friend. I felt so happy for him and returned home. To this date, I am unable to believe it was a real incident or just an illusion.